What if the journey to your goals could be just as meaningful as the destination? Imagine goals that energize you as you work on them, that remind you why you started and make every step of the journey worthwhile. I'm going to give you 5 new frameworks today for your goal setting that make SMART goals not look so smart. I do not want to set another SMART goal again, ever, because of what it's missing, what it doesn't articulate. But I want to set goals that make me feel something. I want to set goals that are inspiring, that are values aligned, goals that connect to what I'm really good at, not just keep me busy. So I started thinking about that and said, what would happen if I married some of those ingredients with this SMART acronym idea? And so I went over to our friend ChatGPT and said, hey, can we work on this? And oh my goodness, wow, I have some frameworks for you to use in your planning this year. And I haven't tested them, but I'm going to be testing them. And so this is a really real raw video where I'm sharing these tools with you in hopes that you'll use these frameworks to make progress on what really matters to you. The first framework uses the word align. And this is the framework that I'll use for my larger goals for 2025. So grab your notebook because I'm going to share with you what each of these stands for. So an aligned goal is authentic to your values. That means you got to know what your values are or have a pretty good idea of what your values are. It will leverage your strengths. So you're probably good at all the things, but there's some things you're even better at. So that's the L. Impact I want to create. I want to be up to things that create a ripple just from where I am and be able to influence good things around me and be remembered for that. G stands for grounded in reality. This goal has to have tasks and actions and projects. And then the N stands for needs addressed. Needs would be mine, meaning I need to have spaciousness. I need to have collaborators. So that's the align goal. Next up. So this framework, I know that I want to use this on a movement practice for myself for quarter 1, is really a nice blend of action taking, but also how you want to feel. And to me, that matters, especially when it comes to movement. Heart goals. What does HEART as an acronym stand for? The H is how you want to feel. I want to feel strong. I want to feel confident. I want to feel energized, inspired. E is evidence of progress. Some of that number stuff helps, but so does how I feel, like that shift in how I'm feeling. All those vitality pieces of information to me represent progress. A stands for alignment with my values. One of my top values is whole self health. It deeply matters to me that I'm paying attention to my heart, to my mind, to my spirit, and to my body. The complete Susan. So it's really, that one's super aligned. R is realistic actions. We build movement in, right? Like breaks. So how do we check in? What is that seasonality? So again, think about each of these ingredients can be things that you check off. The next framework is very interesting to me for its name and for what it's trying to cultivate. So this one is called flow goals. And I've been trying to think about flow and momentum in my work versus just checking things off. So F stands for the feeling state that you desire. Flow in and of itself can be a feeling state, but so can calm or feeling grounded in your work. Those can be states, experiences that you want to cultivate. in something you're up to. L stands for link to my strengths. What would it look like if we leaned more towards those things that we are excellent at, to the point of our own little genius, our own zone of joy? So we all have these places that there's just so much ease. We don't even realize how good we are at things. O is observable milestones. So if you're thinking about flow, what are those measurable signs of progress that we're moving towards, that momentum? And W is why does it matter? So this is a really powerful framework for really articulating something you want to like totally give yourself over to. This next framework is a values goal. Values, the V stands for a vision of who I want to be. Now, I think about this in terms of the different parts of my life. So don't laugh, but I really do start to think of what would it look like for me to be a dedicated YouTuber. A is actions I need to take. So every want to be up to does require that we take some actions. So that's the A. That feels more clear. L, linked to my purpose. Yes, YouTubing feels very connected to my purpose, very connected. U is an unfolding process. When it comes to action taking and clarity and goals, there's only so much we know, and we can figure out what that is. I can plan all of my videos. I can set this all up. I know the environment, this YouTube thing a little bit, but I don't know what's going to happen really. And so there is a bit of unfolding, a little becoming. There's going to be awkward moments. And so it's learning to move with that. E, evidence of success. S is what is the support I need, either internal resources or external resources. So this one's really interesting. And it's in this YouTube space that I'm going to play with this framework. The next one is called bridge goals. The bridge is actually a metaphor for who you want to become. B in the bridge stands for beliefs I need to embody, meaning how do I need to be thinking differently about showing up in the world? The next one is results I can track. So what are those things that are worth paying attention to, like the values and the dreams that we have? And so we can, with our people, have hopes for how things are going to go. So that one feels super juicy. D, what are the daily practices, the daily habits that we need to do in order to achieve this bridge goal? G, growth edges. Oh my goodness, I have so many growth edges. YouTubing, full of them for me. I am not the world's best video editor. I use way too many words. I am not as articulate and I don't get my videos started quick enough. Like there's just so many edges. And then E is that emotional connection. How does it nurture me? How does it excite me? So that is the last one. We talked today about heart goals, align goals, flow goals, values goals, and bridge goals. Each of those can really meet you for a completely different purpose. In the next video, what I really would love to share with you, what does the system underneath the goal look like? Goals are really important to provide us with that clarity and that energy for where we want to go. But it's the systems and practices underneath that allow us to make progress on it. Thank you for joining me again on this real and raw adventure. I'm really excited to share more about this with you because I'm confident that these frameworks can take your intention setting, your goal setting to a different level, to that place where you are making the things that matter to you happen and you feel fulfilled and excited and inspired all the way through. We deserve to have that.